Cinema is more than just moving images. It is an art form that has the power to evoke emotions, shape cultures, and redefine storytelling. Throughout history, certain scenes have transcended the medium, leaving audiences breathless, and filmmakers forever changed. These moments are etched into the very fabric of cinematic history, setting new standards for visual storytelling, emotional depth, and technical innovation. In this episode, we immerse ourselves in 5 legendary movie scenes that didn't just captivate audiences, but transformed the landscape of film forever. A dimly lit bathroom, steam rising from the tiles. A woman, alone and vulnerable, steps into the shower, unaware that within moments, terror will descend upon her. The water cascades as the camera angles tighten. Then a sudden piercing shriek, a shadowed figure, and the violent rhythmic stabs of a blade. Psycho delivered one of the most visceral shocks in film history, forever altering how audiences perceived horror. Alfred Hitchcock used 78 razor-sharp cuts to intensify the horror, never once showing the blade making contact but convincing the audience otherwise. Bernard Herrmann's shrieking violins became the very sound of terror. The illusion of explicit violence was crafted so masterfully that it still leaves viewers uneasy. This moment redefined suspense, inspiring countless filmmakers from Brian De Palma to David Fincher. It taught directors the power of suggestion and how editing, sound, and psychological tension could be just as terrifying as explicit gore.
I believe in America, and I raised my daughter in the American fashion.
Darkness, a whisper. I believe in America. The screen is swallowed by shadow, and as the camera pulls back, we see a desperate man pleading for justice. Across from him, Don Vito Corleone listens in silence, an omnipresent force, his face only half lit, exuding quiet, calculated power. In a single scene, Francis Ford Coppola establishes a world of crime, loyalty, and unbreakable family bonds. The genius of this scene lies in Gordon Willis's cinematography, the play of light and shadow conveying both mystery and menace. Marlon Brando's hushed, gravelly voice creates an unforgettable presence, one that shaped portrayals of crime bosses for decades. This moment didn't just introduce one of cinema's most influential characters. It changed how crime films were made. The operatic, introspective storytelling would later inspire the likes of The Sopranos and Scarface, cementing the mafia film as a sophisticated, deeply psychological genre. Three men stand in a vast, sun-scorched cemetery. The camera circles like a vulture, closing in on each face. Beads of sweat glisten, fingers twitch over holsters. Time stretches like an eternity. Ennio Morricone's score rises in intensity. The silence is deafening. Then, a single gunshot, and the legend is sealed. Sergio Leone's masterful use of extreme close-ups and panoramic wide shots reinvented the Western genre, creating tension without a single word. Morricone's hauntingly beautiful score transformed the duel into a ballet of death, elevating soundtracks to an essential storytelling element. This scene shaped the modern action sequence, influencing directors like Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez. The art of the duel, the poetry of violence, and the sheer tension in a wordless standoff became staples of cinematic showdowns. A rooftop battle. A barrage of bullets streaks through the air, frozen in time. Neo bends backward, gravity defying as the world around him slows. The impossible becomes possible. Audiences collectively leaned forward, realizing they were witnessing the birth of a new era in action filmmaking. The Wachowskis introduced bullet time, a groundbreaking technique using a rig of still cameras to capture motion in a way never seen before. The fusion of digital effects and practical stunts set a new gold standard for action cinematography. This scene revolutionized visual storytelling, inspiring everything from Hollywood blockbusters to video games. It became so iconic that it was endlessly imitated and parodied, cementing its place as a milestone in sci-fi filmmaking. An astronaut, dwarfed by the cosmos, is pulled into a tunnel of swirling kaleidoscopic light. Colors explode across the screen, shifting in hypnotic waves. Reality bends. Time becomes meaningless. Dave Bowman's journey through the Stargate is not just a voyage into the unknown. It's an ascension into something beyond human comprehension. Stanley Kubrick crafted this psychedelic sequence using slit-scan photography, an experimental technique that created breathtakingly fluid and abstract visuals. Accompanied by the haunting strains of György Ligeti's atmospheres, the scene transcended conventional storytelling, becoming an experience in itself. This moment redefined science fiction, proving that cinema could be poetry, philosophy, and spectacle all at once. Its influence ripples through Interstellar, Blade Runner, and nearly every major sci-fi epic that followed. These 5 moments stand as testaments to the power of cinema, each a masterclass in storytelling, technical innovation, and sheer emotional impact. They are not just scenes, they are experiences, etched into the collective consciousness of audiences and filmmakers alike. Which movie scene left an unforgettable mark on you? Join the conversation in the comments below. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep believing.